Hi everyone. Today we have a long-term PBSer with us that has been with us for almost 6 years, believe it or not. Erin Brooker today is with me. I'm truly envious of her skills and she is certainly an asset to our company. Let's get started. All right, well, to get things started off here, Erin, I'm first just going to ask a couple questions about work. And as I mentioned before, you've been with PBS for nearly 6 years now, which is quite some time, especially with the changes that have happened to PBS over the last few years. We've moved buildings, and you've seen certainly a lot of the growth that's happened here.
Right.
So I'm very curious how you first learned about PBS and what brought you here.
Oh, well, I was previously at a company that did software for oil and gas companies. And then, that software company sort of went the way of the dodo. So I took an opportunity to take some time off. And then when I was looking for work again, PBS popped up with basically a role that fit my skill set, and so I thought I'd give it a try. And then hearing, about what they're doing and family run and all that good stuff, it seemed like a good fit. So.
That's awesome, and I guess we can say you've been here ever since.
Exactly.
Hey? If you had to describe PBS in 3 different words, what would those words be?
Intense some days, but definitely growth comes to mind. I mean, seeing it from the old office to this office, and the purchasing of companies and stuff, that definitely comes to mind. And I guess direction. We've got we want to clearly set our sights very high. So just knowing that it's you're either along for the ride or not, because we're growing so big that pretty soon key players in North American markets, so that means a lot of different things for PBS, so it's really good.
Absolutely. I think my favorite word that you chose there is direction, just because beyond our growth, the whole reason why we're here and what we're doing is, as you said, to keep propelling forward and to just keep making a name for ourselves in the DMS industry, right? Which is fantastic. And obviously with your time here, you've gotten a chance to kind of see how that direction has just continued to go, right?
Yeah.
There's no stopping,
no.
Right? Which is good though, and
yeah.
That's awesome. So my next question for you then, that being said, is what aspect of your role do you enjoy the most? Or there might actually be more than one aspect, potentially.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of challenges, but I love just getting different sets of data and seeing kind of what shakes out of it and all that good stuff. So if you leave me with a problem and some data to work with, I'm a happy camper. So there you go. I get that
awesome.
A lot, and so I'm pretty happy camper. Yeah.
Especially because not everyone would enjoy working with data. For example, myself, which I guess is why we've worked together so well over the years, because I know that I can go to you with just about any data set and you're going to be able to do whatever it is that we need done with it, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. So kind of looking at how you've been working with data over the years, has there ever really been a specific project that you've worked on here that you kind of went, wow, that was a really great experience, or something that kind of sticks out as being one of your favorites?
Yeah, a couple this year and last year, notably the V10 project to get all Aristo customers onto V10, the push. So it was actually a bit of a struggle to get a complete Aristo list. So once that was kind of established and a strategy and game plan in place, we're down to the last stragglers, 5 stores, I think, or 7 stores. So watching that all come together, all these teams involved, and get that, more or less turned around in such a short period of time. It was a neat project to be a part of.
And probably neat to see where it started and where it is now, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And finally we've got more or less everybody using V10. So support is tickled about that, and you know, it just makes so many things easier. So it was
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's a great example. Yeah, I think we're all pretty excited that we'll finally all be on, well, have all of our customers on V10 for sure.
Definitely.
What other sorts of things do you like to do on your days off when you're not at PBS?
Yeah, I've got a couple of dogs that I like to cart around with me and go walking with, and then I spend a lot of time with my family. My dad and I are farmers market people, so
Oh, love
every
farmers
weekend,
markets.
yeah, we'll be there looking at the same stuff we looked at last week, that sort of thing. But yeah, just a lot of family time, and then I like to get to the island when I can.
Oh, such a good spot to be, hey?
Yes, definitely.
Do you have family on the island as well?
Friends, yeah.
Oh, friends. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
So people you can stay with usually?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
So-
perfect.
Yes.
So I'm kind of curious, Erin, you've ended up here at PBS working with data, which sounds like something that you really enjoy. Does this have any parallel to what you wanted to do when you were growing up? Can you think of what you were, as a little Erin, what you wanted to be when you were growing up?
Oh yes, I can. I was sure I was going to be a marine biologist. So yeah, didn't quite go that direction, but that is definitely where my heart was when I was, I don't know, 7. And so yeah, then then the story of me getting into data just is a matter of being lucky enough to have a mentor at my last position to see that, this might be your jam if you just give it a try, and certainly it was. And so,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, it was kind of weird that way. So I started out in the support world at that software company, and I enjoyed that. But she took a chance and saw something in me, and now, like, it's clear as day. I don't even know what I'd be doing otherwise, because it's just what I know. It's super easy. It's my jam. I like doing it. So
That's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome when something comes naturally to you
Totally.
like that, right?
Yep.
Makes it easier to come to work every day and feel like you know exactly what you're doing and you're
Yep.
enjoying it while you're at it, right?
Right. Well,
That's
I won't go
awesome.
as far as saying that I know exactly what I'm doing, but
Well, I think you're pretty close. Now, looking at kind of the abilities that we know you do have, is there anything on your radar, or has there ever been anything on your radar that you've thought, man, that's an ability I'd really like to get a hold on? Because I think sometimes, especially as we continue to grow in our careers, there are things that, like I say, I would love to get better at working with data. I think
Right.
your skill set is awesome.
Thank
It's
you.
certainly not something that I have.
naturally, which is fair, yes.
So I'm just wondering if there's any sort of ability out there that, yeah, you would kind of like to master someday.
Yeah, I definitely, something like this is completely outside of my norm, and so I'm just trying hard right now to say yes to things I wouldn't say yes to normally, and so that's leading me in some directions. But yeah, I like your side of things as well. Like, we complement each other because you do the stuff I kind of wish I could do, but I'm nowhere close, and then a little bit vice versa. So yeah, the marketing stuff I love, and I love, the ideas and all the cool things that can come with that. So marketing would probably be something I'd be
That's
interested in.
great.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and we really appreciate you taking a chance on this and being our guinea pig for the first ever Employee Spotlight on camera. What are you doing when you're at your happiest?
Definitely, I'm hanging out with my niece and nephew. So
I
yeah.
almost knew that was
Yeah,
going to be your
definitely.
answer, because of all the conversations that we've had about our personal lives. I know how much your niece and nephew mean to you.
Yeah, they're my little babies. So yeah, we're taking up metal detecting and rafting.
Oh.
So yeah, it was a busy summer. I can't say that we found anything of interest, but we found a lot of nails. So there's that.
Do you do that kind of like on the beach and stuff? Or?
If we can find one, or we'll just go to a park and start digging. People look at us weird, but we always like clean it up. So
That is so fun.
yeah, it's pretty fun.
Well, Erin, we owe you a huge thank you today for being, as I mentioned earlier, our guinea pig for this new employee spotlight that we're going to do. And I really appreciate that we were able to sit and have a candid conversation and talk about some things about work, but also some things that tie into you as a person and who you are. It's been really enjoyable, so thank you.
It was very enjoyable for me as well, and thank you, Emma, and I hope you have a great day.
Yes, you too. Thanks so much, and thanks everybody for joining us today. And we'll see you next time for the Employee Spotlight. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for similar content to come in the near future. Follow us for all the latest and greatest PBS news and events information. We're currently active on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the links in the video description below to visit our channels.